Hello friends and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to recap my 2025 sewing plans, projects, and goals that I had and just chat a little bit about how all of that went. If you're new here, hello, my name is Erin. I am a homeschool mom, and generally on my channel you will find mainly homeschool family life content, which is still the main focus of my channel. But I also started including some sewing videos here and there throughout last year because it really is probably my most favorite hobby outside of being with my family and taking care of them. And I set it aside for many years, just raising small children, and the time it takes, it just was not top priority on my list. So now that my kids are getting a little bit older and more independent, I have been able to get back into it a little more here and there. Now in 2025, way back in the beginning of the year, I did set a goal to accomplish 25 sewing projects. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot, and now looking back, I'm pretty sure I more than likely did sew 25 different things. Now, in all fairness, they were not new projects, and that is really what I wanted the 25 projects to be, were things that were new to me, that were sort of challenging to me, and not me just taking the easy way out to say that I accomplished 25 things. So with that being said, unfortunately, I did not make it to 25 new projects or patterns that I tried. I believe I made it to 17. And one of my other big goals for the end of the year for Christmas time was to include a handmade item in the Christmas gifts for my closest family members. So all three of my kids, my husband, my mom, my dad, I wanted to do my mother-in-law and father-in-law also, but I did not accomplish those two, although I did include some different things in their gifts, but I did not include any sewn items for them. So I was busy sewing up until the day before Christmas Eve, trying to finish up Christmas projects, and I was able to accomplish everything that I wanted to get done for Christmas, for gifts, and I will show you here shortly what I was able to finish up at the end of the year. And everything turned out really, really well. I did, of course, in the major timeline crunch, run into some sewing machine issues and tension issues and just a couple other things that were really quite stressful. But it ended up all working out, and I got my Christmas gifts done, and everyone really, really loved them. And all of that being said, I, again, did not accomplish the 25 new projects that I wanted to, but I did accomplish the main goal of sewing more in 2025, which is really ultimately why I had set that goal. And teaching the home ec class at co-op and just really focusing on the sewing portion with the students has really just been such a joy for me. It has really been so enjoyable, and that has enabled me to put that passion into practice, and I'm so thankful for that. So in 2026, I will still be sewing. I will still be trying some new projects. I would like to accomplish more garment making for myself and my kids, and so I'm not setting any strict goals for 2026, just some loose ones, as in trying new patterns once again and just sewing more, maybe dresses, skirts, and things like that for myself, and just getting a little better with garment making. So those are my big plans for 2026. I'm not sure if I will document the sewing going forward, but here and there I may include it in some of my videos. So I just wanted to come on and recap and let you all know how 2025 ended up going with my initial sewing goals. And again, I'll let you know here shortly what I was able to accomplish for Christmas gifts. And down in the description box, I will link my sewing playlist in case you want to go back and see all the other videos of the projects I was able to complete up until Christmas time here. These were my absolute favorite Christmas gift that I was able to get completed. These were two handmade neckties that I made for my dad. And I went down to the basement and found some fabric from his mom's stash that I was able to have after she passed away, and I made him two neckties from some of her fabric, and I love how they turned out. He's already worn the brown one to church, and he's waiting for springtime to wear the other one, but they looked so darling on him. And this was a large casserole pad, hot pad that I made for my mom, and I included it in a little gift basket for her. I thrifted some of the pieces, and this also was made from some of my grandmother's fabric, and I included a little tag on the back that my grandmother used to include on all of our little items that she would make for us, and I still had some left over from some of her supplies, so I thought that was just a little extra special touch. And this was a semi-quilted little hot pad. I thrifted this pie dish from an antique store, and I also thrifted the basket. And I found this adorable pie that somebody had made. It's, of course, not real, but I thought it fit perfectly in a little pie dish. I grabbed some cute little Christmas kitchen utensils and included them in the basket. And this just kind of made for a really adorable Christmas gift for my mom. I made Easton a marker case. Well, it's actually a pencil case, but it was to store some of his markers in it. I grabbed him a set of some metallic paint markers and slipped them inside. He loves Rubik's Cubes, so I used some of his leftover fabric that he had downstairs and made him up this cute little pencil pouch to store his markers in, and I used a yellow zipper from some of my grandmother's supplies, and that turned out really cute. This one was for my husband, and my husband has these special pens that he loves using. He has this just one brand that he absolutely loves, and he has a ton of these pens at work, but when he's home, he often has trouble finding one of his special pens, and so I made him this pencil pouch that he can keep here at home, and it has a nice sturdy zipper on it from my grandmother's sewing supplies. And I bought him a big bulk pack of his favorite pens and filled it for him. And then for my daughters, I was able to make 2 of these bags. These actually took a very long time, but I love how they turned out. I used fabric that I had on hand and zippers again from my grandmother's stash. And this is the Bestie bag pattern from Blackbird Fabrics. And I've heard so many good things about this pattern. I've seen so many people make these bags that I thought I'd finally give it a try. And I really do love how they turned out. They did take, like I mentioned, they did take a really long time. So this is what held me up the most. But I was able to get them finished, and they just look so adorable wearing them. And they're the perfect size for them to fit their things inside. My youngest has to carry an EpiPen with her, and so this gives her enough room in her bag to store her EpiPen plus her water bottle and maybe snack for church or co-op or whatever she may need. And it's just perfect. So that's what I was able to get accomplished for my Christmas gifts this year. And again, I will drop the playlist down below if you'd like to look at all the other projects I was able to accomplish. Thank you all for watching today, and we will talk very, very soon.